update you on this excessive rain risk you've heard for places like Raleigh, North Carolina, and Richmond, Virginia, parts of Tennessee, half the state of South Carolina. So you could say why 6 states have all but claimed disaster territories and seeking disaster relief. 5 of the 6 have already done so. So we'll keep you posted on that. Georgia was among those hard hit as well, and that's where former President Donald Trump visited earlier today. Alexandria Hoff has more from Valdosta. Alexandria.
Hi, Neil. Yeah, the former president said he came here to Valdosta to show solidarity, a signal of solidarity with all those living in Georgia who are struggling and all victims who are living in Helene's wrath or wake right now. He also said he brought supplies with him, like water and gasoline, and did so in partnership with Franklin Graham's relief organization, Samaritan's Purse. The former president held a moment of silence for lives lost and gave remarks in the rubble of an antique mall in historic Valdosta. Listen.
As you know, our country is in the final weeks of a hard-fought national election. But in a time like this, when a crisis hits, when our fellow citizens cry out in need, none of that matters. We're not talking about politics.
Maybe not in that very moment, but Trump has been critical of the Biden administration's response, saying this after landing in Georgia.
The governor's doing a very good job. He's having a hard time getting the president on the phone. I guess they're not being responsive. The federal government is not being responsive, but they're having a very hard time getting the president on the phone.
But Governor Brian Kemp said earlier that he did speak with President Biden yesterday after initially missing his call. As of this morning, he said that he and Vice President Harris were playing phone tag. Next hour, the vice president, she will receive a briefing from FEMA on the impacts of Hurricane Helene and the federal response that's taking place. She had canceled scheduled campaign events out west to return to Washington, D.C. That's something else that former President Trump had been critical of, that she and President Biden were not in Washington while this storm made landfall. Former President Trump also said today that he talked with Elon Musk about getting Starlink capabilities to those who are still struggling with communicating with their loved ones right now. Neil.
Yeah, there's got to be a way to fix that, Alexandria, if you can't communicate with anyone. And maybe Starlink or something that you can hook up to people via satellite is the way to do it. But it's so sad. Alexandria, great coverage as always.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.